Hello, scale model builders, and today we have issue 46 of the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing. And oh, well, I guess the issue 45 was incorrect because this is Starfighter Aces Luke Skywalker. That's not what it said in the last issue. But we also have the Creating a Starship Fleet, Return of the TIE Fighter. And a piece of artwork. Yes, this time around we are doing dreaded Pipeworks. We're actually doing both sets of dreaded Pipeworks in here. Alright, so, I mean, I have tried to correct the way the pipework is to be done for the second Maindrive engine that we did. So for all of you who are having piping issues, okay, these pipes are supposed to be symmetrical minus the extra 2 sets of pipe, but all the other sets of pipework are supposed to be symmetrical. So now the only thing is, okay, you have your pictures, the letters do not match up with the pictures. So if you try to go by what the lettering is, it's going to go in there wrong. So if you notice, right here, you have C and D, E and F, G and H. Well, that's all good and all, but if you look at the pictures, they even labeled them wrong in the picture. Okay, so picture alone, you just go by the picture itself. Don't go by the lettering in the picture, just by what the pipe looks like. So obviously I've corrected the lettering for this issue. Now apparently the order in which this is to get done is reversal from what the previous 2 engines are, and they completely got the lettering for these pipes wrong. These were originally C and D. If you look at the picture, C has a bend in it. Those are straight pipes. This is going to be your pipe, which is C. Now, D, they have as a straight pipe originally. If you notice, it's got that weird bend and it curves back around, which is one of these pipes. So there you have letter D. Alright, A and B are fine. There was no correction needed for that. E and F are the ones that are up top. These are straight pipes. So E and F. So, I mean, originally you got C, D, E, F, so they were originally going to put these bent pipes up top, which they don't go up top. And I will be doing, as I'm doing this, I will go through that a little bit better, so that way you can see it. I just wanted to go through the correction on here. So, you got D, and it's complete opposite, which is but G here. Okay, so that's now going to be G, which I do believe that one was originally G. And H is another one of these bent pipes right here. So, just so everybody knows, and there is one other YouTuber building this that I know of, over in the UK, World of Wayne. If this helps you out a little bit better, Wayne, then you might want to go through and fix the lettering yourself. Probably just like the way I have done it, if that's gonna help out better. I'm pretty sure most people will realize that once they actually see this. So the only lettering in this Pipework building that is even correct is A and B. So if you were to actually go by C and D in the picturing, then yes, you do need to cross out the letter that is printed in the magazine and make sure you write the letter in there itself, just like I've done. This is a way to help all of you who will be watching this video. Alright, but let's get on with the build. And I know I was kind of rambling about that, but I just wanted to get that out there. And I'll probably end up doing it again when the build time comes. At least for those specific pipes. And now the other set of dreaded pipes, I just keep hoping that these manifold pipes, I can get away with not gluing them this time. At least for the second engine, I was able to get away with only gluing one side in. But they are supposed to be press fit. So far that hasn't truly been the case. Alright, so yeah, first thing we do is we take both halves and we put them together. Just like that. Alright. And let's open this up. Well, I'm gonna need that one soon. Okay, so take this pipe. It can only go in the one way. So no problems there. And then you just push that down in there. Alright. And then where's that manifold pipe work here? Or I should say exhaust pipe. Alright, so this one goes over here on this side. It just goes into these two holes up at the top. Like that. And just make sure that those get pushed down in there all the way. Alright. And then this end will go into here. And these two holes will go right there. Alright. That's good. So I don't have to worry about those two pipes. Alright, and that takes us up past step 6. Alright. So, let's see which... Okay, so no, we're not going to be working with that one yet. We'll be working with this one here, because it's the one that has the notch, so it's going to be the left side. If you're holding it like this, it's going to be the left side of the engine. Alright, but holding this like this, we need to make sure we get the pipes that when they go on are facing down, so that's obviously for the other half of the engine there. Alright, so oh, maybe those were the right side. I'm thinking of, that could just be me. That could just be me. Yep, it is me. it's just noticing which side they're having these pipes coming off on, which is this side. So hopefully these things press in good. Yep. No loose issues, which I am happy about, at least so far. Alright, let me get the other two pipes out here. And I do already have my tweezers present. There we go, that one in. Nice. For putting in the this other side of the pipes here. Oh, nice and snug. Nice and snug. Alright. Yep, so then we just put this up at the top here. Let's get that started. And then let's see if I can get these lined up right here. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Come on. Ah, shoot. Come on. We have to push that side down a little bit more. Yep. I'm going to be using the other pair of tweezers. Come on. Oh, and that one just popped out. Oh, yeah, okay. For a second there I thought it broke. Alright, well, let me see if... get that pipe back in there. Come on. Get in. And apparently resistance is futile. I know that's Star Trek, but it just does not want to work for me there. Okay, good. There we go. Oh. Fucking hell. All right. All right. Goody. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if I was much in the camera line for that one. And I did go quiet just because I was trying to concentrate because, you know, these were giving me some problems there, if you noticed that. But, yeah, it looks like I don't have to glue these ends in this time around because everything is snug in place. you can still glue them if you want to. Now, let's see how the other side goes. Alright. Yeah. It's a little loose. Yeah, that one's a little loose. Come on. Work for me, pipes. Work for me. Oh. Okay. Come on. Alright. Alright. Well, let's hope everything goes as planned over here. Alright, then we get this side on here. Making sure that those pipes are pushed down all the way. And of course, you'll have to double check that again after you move them over to get them into place. Okay. All right. Success. With just a little bit of trouble, just a tiny little bit of trouble, and they've gone in. And no super glue this time. Awesome. Now that doesn't mean that, you know, something might happen where, you know, the pipe will, you know, pop out. Should be easy enough to put back in, and if it does happen with this engine, I can always go back later and put a little bit of super glue on the spots where it hits the manifold right there. So, but other than that, I'm quite happy that I didn't have to use super glue, plus the fact that I think it's still downstairs. Alright, and then we got that detail in. Just like that. Alright, now we need the other Pipeworks here. Alright, so we're using the straight pipe, and that is going to be going into the two upper holes. Well, it doesn't want to seem to go down out the way. Oh well, don't want it to break. Okay. And then you have this piece of pipework which goes down into the next set of holes that they have in here. Like that, and that went in kind of loose. So I might have to go back and just put a dab of glue on that pipework later. Alright, well that's that. Okay, and now I might as well go ahead and get the other set of dreaded pipework out. Oh, yeah. The other set of dreaded pipework. Alright, so we got these little parts right here. Alright. Here we go. So, we just put these in. These are D-shaped. Just like that. You can only put them in one way, so just put them at the top and push down. And for the other one, there we go. And then we have this part right here. Okay. Which, these can only go in one way too, because if you notice, one spot is bigger than the other. Which, that would be the bigger one. And which... And... Okay. Well, normally they don't have these pictured upside down. So, it's like that. Unless, you know, I'm not remembering the other issues correctly. Maybe my head was upside down. Alright, so we get to flip the page here, because this step 20 right there. And 21 is we take that piece of pipework and we put it into the two holes. There. And right there. And this can now go onto the end of the engine right there. Oops, did I pop something out? Yeah, I just popped something a little bit there. Oops. Alright, and now is the time for the dreaded pipework, which I'm all gonna get it all laid out. So you guys can see this yourself. Okay, so A and B were the only ones that were actually labeled correctly. So A is the longer piece. So we have that one that's going to obviously go into the furthest hole here. And then that is going to go into the bottom hole right here. So there you have that. Okay, and B is going to go into this hole. Sorry. Let's see if I can use something. That hole there. And then it's also going to go into the upper hole there. Which, let's see about putting that end of it in first. Make it a little bit easier. And then we just do that. Like that. Alright. So it is easier to put C in first. Okay, so this is not the one. We want the other bent one because this is going to go in like this. So you're going to have that pipework go in like that, and then it's going to go into that bottom hole right there. So into that bottom hole, and then it's going to go into that hole there like that. Oop, I knocked that out. Come on. Alright. There we go. Alright. So D is the weird, funky looking pipe with the bend in it. With that funky looking bend in it. Okay. Now that is going to go into this hole here. And it's going to be going down through the top like that. And then that is going to go into the upper hole here. Just like this. Alright, now you come to the straight pipes, which are E and F. Alright, so this is going to be E. Alright, so that goes, you have two holes here, one's for E, one's for F. So seeing as we're doing E, I'm going to need my tweezers for this. Okay. Alright. And you do want the pipework going towards the outside like that. Alright. Pipe F, which is the other straight pipe. Alright, and there we go. So far, so good. Okay. And then we will now be doing, I'm just going to skip to H. H is the other pipe like this that has the bend in it, if you can see that. So just like the other side, it's going to be going into this hole and then the bottom hole here. Just like that. And then last pipe, which is, this is G. Alright, it goes down into that right there, and then that goes down through the top. So now pipework is completely symmetrical. So yeah, just remember, don't even go by the letters in the picture, because they are even now for this, I mean, at least in the, for the second sublight engine pipework, they got this wrong. They might have gotten the lettering wrong, in that issue, but I was going by the pictures themselves. And this is how the pictures tell you that it goes. It's just like this, so that way the pipework is symmetrical on both sides. I just hope everybody, including World Dwayne, and anybody else in the UK or USA, I hope this helps. So, go through, just look at the picture, the layout of the pipes, and then re-letter these if that guide will now help you. So, because I mean, you can see the picture and it shows D right there. So then, you know, label that up. So, I mean, if you do notice, okay, A, B, C, D. So, the picture down here is actually showing it correctly. E and F, C, they got the straight pipes, so E and F and G and H. So, they just completely screw up the entire order up here. So, I don't know who did it, but it's not something they've fixed at all. But that is how you want that to look right there. I mean, even I screwed up myself the first time doing this with the first engine, and then I was able to fix it. I had to go back and fix it, and yeah, there was super glue and yada yada yada. So, it happens. Sometimes there's not much you can do about it. Alright, and then we bring in the engine. And we get this slid down. Maybe it'll help me out a little bit better to see it from this direction, like that, and then like that. Looks a little off. I don't know if you can see that, but this is me looking at it straight, and you know that pipework in there is a little off. Alright, now that looks a little bit better. Okay, and we need an XW01 screw for this. Yep, XW01. Oop, and I almost flipping dropped it. Where'd it go? Alright. Alright, let me just one screw right here just to keep this Maindrive engine in place. Okay, and that's in there. Okay, yeah, so that is that. That is issue 46 done. And pipework all in place. Very, very nice. Whew. I am just so happy that all the dreaded pipework actually came through perfectly fine this time. Okay. So coming in the next issue, TIE Interceptor, Dagger Winged TIE Fighter, General Grievous Cybernetic Pilot, lower starboard engine plus fitting the Senjin cover. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be engine. That's a typo, because I've never heard of a Senjin. Yeah, okay. Senjin cover. Let's go with that one. Alrighty, so until we do issue 47, or until the next build your own R2-D2, or until I happen to have another video on the mods for the Eagle Moss Back to the Future DeLorean. Thanks for watching Brian's Builds.